Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, recorded live with the YouTube channel members, in a chat that I don't look at except for between episodes, where we then go into these wild tangent conversations. I play ukulele, it's a good time. But what matters right now is that we begin our journey to Orbel Downs. Orbel, I assume that is? The idyllic plains that stretch across the southern reaches of the Holy Empire are sparsely populated, unless none knows where to look. Which is a weird thing to say. I suppose we could also go back to the hideaway if we wanted to. Though nigh impossible to tell from the outside, the fallen construct's interior is surprisingly well maintained and provides the realm's Forsaken a place to live in relative peace. So it looks like we can go back there at any time and presumably restock on supplies. We are running low on potions and things after that last encounter. That final encounter, I ended up using quite a few potions, but I don't think so much so that we need to go back. Unless we wanted to go back and upgrade some of our weapons and no, we're going to continue. We're going to go on to the next location. I'm real interested to see where this game goes. I feel like we're still in that early part of the game where it hasn't really cemented at least like that red star. What if it ends up being a space station or something? That's going to be crazy. I don't feel like the game has actually cemented its loop yet. I think we're kind of getting there.
So much for arriving before sunset.
We still don't have the full cast.
I didn't realize we were this close.
Our friend's still not awake.
Any idea what that is they built the village around?
The fallen ruin. I've heard some call it an airship. Though its flying days seem to be behind it. It's a shame.
Is it an airship or is it like a spaceship?
You truly think a dominant's waiting for us in that village?
My scout has never given me any reason to doubt him. Which is why I think we should hurry. Come on.
Telling you, Red Star, orbiting space station. Attuning with an obelisk allows Clive to travel quickly to the location via both the world map and the local map. Clive need only approach an obelisk to attune with it. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess that's how we can go back to some of these regions and maybe in the future explore them for some reason. Louder than words. What speaks louder than words? A picture speaks 1,000 words, but I think it speaks them at like a normal volume. It's not necessarily shouting them. How far back can we go? I guess all the way back to that blue electricity blocking the path that we don't really want to engage with. So we'll just go attune ourselves with the obelisk. Give it a little pet. It's a little pet.
This isn't the first time I've seen one of these. Perhaps I can use them as waymarks.
I think that's the idea, yeah. Well spotted, sir. Nicely done. Make for Lost Wing. I'm on my way. Send me on my way. Ooh, that water looks a little bit weird down there, doesn't it? That's frothy water. That water do be getting churned. Be a good place to like mix beverage. That's a weird statement. I don't even know why I would say that. So this looks like it could possibly be the most open space we've been to in the game yet. Assuming we can actually go off the beaten trail. Can I run through these plants? Whoa, can we jump? What was that all about? We did like a big swooshy run. We are like moving right now. I have no idea why. Let's do that again. We're back to just normal pace. What? Well, we zoomed for some reason. For like a split second we were zooming and I don't know why.
Figures up ahead.
But are they friends or foes?
I mean, only one way to know is to run in there. Okay, well, there's a little orange dot on them and a red bar above their head, so I'm gonna assume that we're not gonna like them very much. Okay, I thought that would take me all the way to him, I'll be honest. I'm surprised it didn't. But also, like, not too disappointed. It's okay, life goes on. We all find a way. I was also hoping it would do some sort of an assassination, because technically we creeped up on him. So all I did there was, instead of, like, continuing to spam the attack button, I gave it a second. Stopped moving. I think that's the secret right there. It doesn't always kill them, though. It's not guaranteed that it does. Alas, that seems a bit rough.
But why?
Again,
What is it they want?
why are they called that? That's such a
Welcome to
funny
us, the next
title.
ones we meet. Let me know how it goes.
War Maludas. It's ridiculous. How did we get going super speed back there? All we did was jump over one of these and then suddenly we were moving with energy and with intention. I see something glowing up there that we definitely need to go check out. See, oh, here we go. We're doing it again. We're doing it again. We're just maybe you just hold down the button long enough and eventually you just start going. See you later, dog. Rip in pieces. Maybe I need to stop relying on these abilities. They're making me a worse gamer. Rip in pieces. Nice. Okay. I wanted to give this place a thorough exploration just to make sure we got all the goods, and it kind of looks like we've done that. I think if we just run long enough, yeah, eventually we go into super speed. Which is handy for covering large distances, and I'm assuming this is the first time I've ever noticed it, because this is the first area we've ever been to where there is any reason to move with that kind of speed. There's also a house up here to explore. This is kind of the first area we've had that's big enough to have proper exploration. You know, the last couple of regions we've been to have been pretty linear. Not to say this isn't, because it definitely looks like we're just going to continue down the next trail and go to the next area. It's kind of. A silver lobo. Oh my gosh.
It's over.
Sorry about that, sir. Or dog. Yeah, but is there anything to find up here? Can we get inside of this house? Can we go bother the family that lives here? Just harass them? Hello, my name's Clive. I used to be a prince, lol. Have you got any treasure for me to just take from you? Doesn't appear so. I'm also on the lookout now for those little containers like we found back at the hideaway. But I'm not seeing any here. It could also be that it's just too dark. And I can't see. Because I have old man eyes. Apparently. I think that's something that happens as you get older. You lose the ability to see in like the slightest bit of darkness. At least that's what I have sort of noticed with older people that I work with. I've been blinded by many a flashlight. From a well-meaning individual who will ask me, do you need a flashlight? And I will say no, and they will proceed to like shine 50 million lumens directly into my retinas and say, is that better? And I have to just say, no, I'm fine without that, thanks. So we're here to find like an icon of fire, right?
No sign of the royalists.
What if it is our brother? What if he's not dead? That would be such a twist.
Too bloody quiet. Even for this hour.
What do we do now?
First we look for my scouts. You start here, I'll circle around the back.
Remember when we used to think that our brother
How do I let you know if I find him?
got squished by a rock?
Good question. Shout?
And then it turns out our brother was actually ripped apart.
Subtle.
Righto, party makeup has
I
changed.
don't even know what he looks like.
We'll figure it out, mate. It'll be fine. No need to panic. All will be
The
well.
village can't be completely abandoned, can it?
So, back from this map, we can now travel back to here if we want to go through the Galton's Bales. But does that actually work from the overworld map, which is what I thought it was telling me we could do? Yeah, kinda, actually, yeah. Really? The world map is much smaller than I thought. If running from here to here... I'm confused. I'm very confused. If it's that much difference in... Maybe the map's just bigger. Maybe what we see here is not the whole map, then. Because that raises a lot of questions. If we could run that far that quickly, then... I mean, we should be able to get back to our old kingdom in maybe 10 minutes of jogging. I don't know. It definitely feels like the scale of the world is a little bit off. Okay. Are they going to be weird about me being here? Is there a stranger in our midst? Got to put him through the trials. Have him prove ourselves.
That
Hello?
sounds like a child.
That no, you're not joking. Yeah, it sounds like someone having a really rough time. Hello? Little girl, are you okay?
It's all right. I'm not one of them. My friend and I, we're with the Imperial Army, and we've come to help.
I mean, that is a
Do
lie.
you know where your parents are?
That is a blatant lie.
In the church.
Then I'm going to find them and make sure they're safe. Can you stay hidden here until then? To the church, then.
Why aren't you in the church if your parents are in the church? That's my question. Why are you out here by yourself? Are they in the church because all the adults were gathered in the church and they're going to burn it down like that scene in The Patriot? Where the English burned down that church with all them Americans in it? Freaking English, man. Gotta calm down. If you're always the villain in a movie, that's a problem. Alright? Also, what did Who's the star of the Patriot? What is that man's name? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. It's like Mel Gibson. He was also in Braveheart, where again the English were the villains. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Mel Gibson, what do you have against the Brits? You keep making all these movies about them being the bad guys, dude. I mean, it's been 20 years since either of those came out, but still, you get the point. Remember the scene in The Patriot where Lucius Malfoy kills the Joker? That happens. That's not a joke. That's a real scene in that movie. You should go watch it. It's great.
This man's gonna die if we don't get into a healer.
Enough of your barking, dog!
Oh, jeez.
About time.
Stand back.
See, what you should have said was get out of the way. Stand back makes it sound like you take 2 steps back. He would have been splintered to death by the door.
Thought you weren't coming.
You still alive, Gav?
Barely. Been doing what I can for the villagers, but...
I thought you were joking.
It's all right. He's with me. Is this everyone?
No, there were others. A pair of royalists came for the bearers just before you arrived.
Was a dominant among them?
Maybe. It's not like he was holding a sign.
Did he have the power of fire or anything? Okay, I was gonna say that's a big man, but then he turned and fled. He's still a big man. He's a little bit less intimidating. Is this gonna be like a minigame where I have to chase him and dodge out of the way of, like, barrels that he tries to push into our path? Oh, I really want that to be what this is. Give me a barrel I have to jump over or something. I'm ready for it. Come on, I'm ready, game. Give this to me. I'm so ready. They're not gonna give this to me. There's nary a barrel in sight. Maybe tip over a bookcase that I have to dodge under. Give me some quick time events. Treat me poorly for playing mostly with a Nintendo Switch. Make me suffer from having to remember where X is on here.
Not yet, my lady, but we have the dominant's companion. It's only a matter of time before we seize our quarry.
Very good. And what of the others?
The bearers have been taken to Caer Norvent.
Some may still be worth keeping should the dominant elude us.
All is in hand, my lady. They will not be spoiled. I give you my word.
Gentlemen, a toast!
Will you join me? My thanks.
To Our Lady of the Wind and the King!
Ugh. Imperials drink this piss?
Well, it would go some way to explain their breath.
It's me after drinking, like, literally any beer. They all taste the same to me. They were all kind of gross. I understand if you think differently. I can't imagine anyone finding it to be anything other than an acquired taste, and I've never acquired it. Yeah, that guy ended up being something of a chump.
Look what we have here, boys.
Couldn't even be bothered to throw a barrel at us.
Bearer. Good. I was getting bored.
I hope she runs away and we don't have to kill her. Oh, she's doing the exact opposite. She's making them leave.
Boo.
Yeah, no, that looks like a bad deal there. That was a tornado. Those aren't good news. Well, at least we don't have to kill her. Just this horrible, disgusting beast.
What is that thing?
I don't know, and I don't like it.
This means what I think it does.
And Cid has some explaining to do.
Do so.
Can we dodge in the air? We've not actually had to try at any point. I'm just wondering if that's something at some point I'm going to need to have the ability to do, and whether or not I'll be able to do it. I'm getting a lot better at the dodge. I shouldn't have said anything, because I'm going to fail the next dodge. Yeah, see, I didn't precisionally dodge that one. Yes, we dodged it, but it was lacking precision.
Not this time.
Dang it. Yeah, keep getting her, dog. You're doing great. I'm holding on to both of my abilities, because I think they'll do a lot better. They'll deal more damage when she's, like, properly staggered. So that's what we're going to save those for. Like, look how much damage we just dealt. That was definitely the right decision. My fingers, or my thumb is starting to hurt. I think I am actually developing carpal tunnel in my thumb from pressing the square a lot. That is deeply, deeply regrettable. There we go, though. Finished her off just like that. Come on, Thumb, you got this. Hang in there. We've only got like another 100 hours of gameplay left. And then you can finally have a rest. Cool, we leveled up. Got a whole bunch of stuff from that. We got a medallion, a bunch of crafting materials. Increases healing potency of potions by 20%. Almost necessary? We'll find out.
You've got some fight in you, even for a branded.
Clive!
Look who's here to save the day. Is this how you recruit all of your charges?
Don't recall you complaining, Benedicta.
There's a history here. Like a
So,
hot, steamy,
Sidolphus.
torrid history.
Remind
His name's
me, why was it that you
Sidolphus!
betrayed your kingdom?
Okay.
I asked you a question, Lord Commander.
Why? Because I'd had enough of you and your king's antics.
And yet here you are, stealing my branded. What are you plotting?
As if I'd tell you.
Lady Benedicta, we have secured the dominant.
Always something, isn't there?
And she's gone. Did she say where she was going?
No.
Then we head back to Lost Wing. One of the villagers may have heard something.
But we can't just...
Which is why I sent Gav. The man has a nose for these things. Trust me. So, it wasn't about bearers at all. They were looking for a dominant.
Yeah, that's right. Thought we were hiding the bastard. Like any of us would keep a monster like that under our roof. No offence.
When no one talked, they started rounding up everyone with a brand. And then everyone without one and all.
And locked you in the cellar, hoping sooner or later someone would break. You know, things might have been different if you'd accepted my invitation.
Oh, don't remind us. We were all saying the same thing.
Well, this is our home, innit? Don't mean we won't out when we can, though.
And that, I'll drink to.
This is a much more visually pleasant place, as opposed to living in the middle of the blighted Deadlands. It's a spoony bard.
100 full legions the young dragoon led, and watched as 1,000,000 foes turned tail and fled. His lance levels mountains, it spanned as the deep. The skies over storm breaks for
Listen, Clive. Revenge won't bring him back. It won't.
13 years ago, I watched a dominant kill my brother right in front of me. And I did nothing.
Oh, little lamb.
But now I can. I can kill the son of a bitch. And bring peace to my brother's soul. After that, whatever happens, happens.
Fate. You're content to be its slave, then?
Ooh, this looks like a bad guy's place. Very square. It's called Caer Norvant.
Believe the Imperial host invincible. Yet here we find the Empire's cornerstone teetering on the backs of a handful of cowards and cutthroats. Well, Bahamut may lead 100 full legions. Could it be that the young prince defends a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest breeze? Tell me something. Why do you not resist?
Isn't this the entity we saw?
To slay gods. The phoenix perished.
Yes, Zifrit.
Yet you do not fight. You do not flee. You refuse your gift. Perhaps you're distracted.
Oh, I don't know where this is going. I hope it stays PG.
My offer still stands. Join us and you will be treated with the respect one of our kind deserves.
Lord Margrace, don't!
Oh, don't! No, you gotta clean that off.
Your options. Do be gentle with them.
Well, that's gonna get gross. The end of that sword is gonna get all rusty. The scabbard's gonna be full of goo. You gotta clean your blades. Come on. How can she not know this?
Clive. Wake up. Gav's back.
Caer Norvant.
One of the Empire's outlying strongholds, though apparently not strong enough to keep out the Royalists. The captured bearers are inside. I'm sure of it.
If Benedicta's orders are to stay in the shadows, she won't be travelling with many men. Meaning, she'll be keeping her prisoners together and close by.
Including the Dominant.
So, we find a way into the fortress and conjure a bit of chaos.
What about me?
Excellent question, Gav. You will wait outside the care and guide those I free to safety.
And miss all the fun. Why can't he do that?
Clive
Fair
doesn't
question.
have your nose. He'd stumble off a cliff before he even found the men. Come on, Gav. You're the best man for the job.
Yeah, there you go. Butter 'em up.
Well, when you put it that way. Suppose I better scout ahead for any surprises. Don't you let him down.
I won't. All right. Shall we?
Not so fast. We wait until tomorrow.
But he's right there.
And if we leave now, we'll arrive just as the sun comes up. Maybe join the guards in breaking their fast. Come on, Clive. They only just took the place. They'll be there a while yet. We've got one chance at this. You don't want to waste it, do you?
No.
Okay, I suppose it is the dead of night, yes. As the story progresses, new weapons and items will become available at the Hideaway's trading post, Karen's Toll, or Sharon's Toll, if you're so inclined, as well as new forging recipes in the Black Hammer.
Now that's settled. There's someone I want you to meet.
At this hour?
He's the owner of the tavern, and our best hope of getting a decent night's kit.
Okay, but, I mean, what if we explored a little bit, though, and found some interesting things hidden amongst the... There's nothing around here, is there? It's a pretty linear path from one end to the other. Although I do see something here. Is this who we're supposed to be talking to, though? Oh, it's a merchant!
What can I
Hello.
interest you in today?
A longsword! Already better than my sword, although my sword was, like, upgraded, wasn't it? To make... Oh, no, what I currently have equipped is better. Yeah, the broadsword is better than the longsword. I see it now. I understand. You don't need to correct me, okay? This is also... This wolfskin sash is worse than my iron belt. Although we could probably upgrade the wolfskin stash to be better than my iron belt. However, we'd have to go to a smithy for that. The Traveler's Bands is just objectively better on its own as it is than the iron bracers that I currently have on, but not by a whole lot. I don't know. I say we go for it. What if we go ahead and get ourselves the Traveler's Bands?
Ah, yes.
Equip it, and then what we can do is we can go in here and we can sell the iron bracers for not quite as much. But you know what? I'm not too upset. And then also,
welcome here in
we've got
Lospin.
some new accessories, too, that we can go ahead and equip. If we go over to our item, attribute, gear, and icons. Here we go. So we have a couple of new things. We got the Badge of Might and the Cleric's Medallion. So increase healing potency of potions by 20%, which is pretty decent. And then we also have, so currently equipped is decrease defense by 10. We also have, when equipped, pet commands are executed automatically. Oh, that's like the cheaty one. Right. Sort? There we go. So we've got all of the timely ones down here, and then the Badge of Might, which is increased attack by 7. Nice! Alright, happy about this. Why is there 3 different... Oh, I get it. It's one per slot. I gotcha, because there's 3 different slots. Never mind. And that takes care of all that. Abilities... we do have the ability to get some new ability. I just got what I was saying. All of these are a lot cheaper than the ones above that line. I wonder why that is. So, for example, this one is the press triangle immediately after landing a melee attack to deliver a close-range magic burst. But then look at all these. Increase the potency of magic spell release. Oh, so you can hold it down, and the spell does more damage. Press X while in the air to kick off a nearby enemy, increasing jump height and duration. That's fun. See, a lot of these are really cheap, but might be useful. R1 to recover immediately after being knocked back or downed by an enemy. See, all of this seems like downright essential at some point. Use X plus O to swiftly close in and attack a distant enemy. Isn't that kind of our fire ability, though? Alright, well, I feel like we should go with this one, and then we'll have the entire first upper semicircle completed. And we'll have a little bit left after that to go ahead and grab... I mean, if we do it right, we could grab 2 things from down here, but it would be... I mean, like, which 2 things do we want? We could go with... I mean, really, it would be this, and then this. And then we would be completely out. So what do? Increase the potency yeah, hold it to do a more powerful spell sounds good, and then X in the air to kick off of an enemy. Recover. This one seems more useful, so that'll leave us with 5 and worry about it later. All right, thank you, merchant friend. You've been wonderful. I will remember the kindness you've shown me here today by selling me these goods. I thought you were a collectible, but I see now you are a human being holding a glowing crystal. I apologize for the confusion. Hello?
Quentin, my good man. It seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
Oh, him? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic?
Yeah, he's a simp and he's pathetic.
Sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't?
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lostwing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Cid, that is. Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues.
Hanged man. Seal obtained. All right.
May the mothers guide you.
So this is really like a Costco membership now. Or a Sam's Club. It doesn't have to be Costco.
But here in Lostwing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lostwing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
So we got a couple of different options, and that one's closest, so I think we'll start there, because that's what makes the most sense in the moment. Oh, I heard Cid talking to someone back there. We'll double back and have a conversation. Alright, flash that Sam's and or Costco membership card.
Ah, Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Cid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot of bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have done.
Thank you.
Looters. Oh, so silly sounding. I know that we need to go back the other way, but you never know when you might stumble upon a hidden potion.
What would the King Walud want with our tiny village anyway? Surely they have bearers enough of them.
Oh my gosh, see what I mean? I told you! You got... Oh no, that's just that crystal thing. Well, we've already activated this one, I think, so there's literally no reason to be here. Yeah, we actually have already explored a large swath of this territory. Perhaps we should just head on to the marked point then? I mean, all it takes is me finding one random object tucked away back here to mentally justify all of the time wasted fully exploring this space. Hi there,
Master
villager.
Quinton has asked that we work through the night to undo the chaos the Royalists wreaked.
That's unfortunate.
I fear dawn will have long since broken before the true damage is mended.
Ah, yes, the emotional damage. I'm with you. Seems to make more sense to me that he'd let you all go to bed and get a fresh start in the morning once you've been well rested. But I don't run the town, so I was not asked about what I thought, and no one cares, so sadly. Is further upstairs where we need to go to get to this individual? They do seem to be slightly down from here. Maybe we find another staircase? Well, look at me go. I can absolutely traverse a city like no one's business. Hello there, you. How are you doing?
That a hanged man, I see. Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now. Along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Gregor's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did. Including the church. And wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you. I wonder if Cid's found anything.
Hard to say, honestly. I mean, I suppose we can go ask him. We've got a little bit of information to go on. We all know that he's not here, because we've seen him. He's currently captured with the attractive blonde lady who I think we all would agree we'd like to have her, like, step on us at some point, right? So they're getting that treatment right now,
Tell
lucky
me
dogs.
that scowl means you've got good news. So, a shady lad with a hood, and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on, but... I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant, why not just burn the Royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back, and I reckon he has something to do with his partner.
What makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
I think we shall. Yes, let's head back to the end. We'll have a little bit of a nap, and then we'll pursue... Oh, do we actually need to speak to this individual to make that happen? I'm surprised there's no side quests around here for us to engage with.
About those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quinton. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Cid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
As you wish.
That's for tomorrow, Cid and Clive to deal with, though. Let's just get some sleep now. It's gonna be hard to sleep, though, knowing you've got to do that the next day. It's gonna make your whole sleep just miserable.
Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
Apparently they did it just now.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at their deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
That or we slept and got up really early in the morning. Which I guess is also a possibility.
South then. Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
Will the game actually give me the choice of taking the main road or taking his shortcut? Because I'd kind of love that if the game gave us an actual, like, split and we had to choose which way to go. Disappointed by the lack of side questing so far. I expected every village to have something. Ooh! While some winemakers will remove the skins of the grapes after pressing, leaving both skin and seed in the juice to commingle, creates a must that is better suited for extended aging, ultimately resulting in a more refined wine. Then, once the wine calms and settles sufficiently, the skins are removed, and the must is then transferred to wooden barrels of oak or chestnut, which, by allowing air to leach into the wine, impart deepened levels of complexity, introducing rich aromas and improving texture, all while lessening bitterness. We've all learned something about winemaking here for today. Not really sure how that's relevant to Final Fantasy in any way, but oh, are you the one who makes up the wine rules?
Nothing dust and cobwebs. Unless you're here to help me get rid of them.
I mean, maybe. I feel like I've gone the wrong direction, and we're definitely not supposed to be down here, and this is not the way to continue the plot. I'm unsure at this juncture. I mean, this just keeps going. If this is the wrong direction and we're just, like, we're moving further and further away from our actual destination, this had better lead to something interesting or something good. Is this the shortcut? We're just in the woods now. We're just in the woods with apparently no reason to be here. Still moving further away from where we need to be. Where am I on the map right now? Oh, this just dead ends in whatever this is. What? Is this where we had that fight earlier? I think it is. So all we've done is go back to where we were before. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was a total waste of time and effort. And there was absolutely nothing to be gained. That's okay. If we can get moving with super speed again, we'll get back there in no time. I suppose we could also fast travel if we so wished. And I'm actually curious how fast we could fast travel back to this point. Like, how quick is that, traveling to that obelisk? Again, PS5, all SSD. Pretty snappy. I gotta tell you, one thing that's driving me crazy with the latest Zelda game is how long you sometimes will sit on a loading screen after doing something as basic as fast traveling, or even just entering a shrine. We need a new Switch, and we need to stop it with this whole ECC, like, onboard memory, not ECC, well, actually, what is it, EMC? Yeah, that's it. No more EMC, no more SD cards. Nintendo? NVMe drive. On the back, hot swap. Okay, well, maybe not hot swap, but replaceable. You're never gonna do it, because I know you well enough to know you would never do it, but you should do it. Alright, I'm being serious here. Sub Village Guard.
The road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Care Northern. You're not thinking of heading that way, are you?
You gosh darn right I am, because I'm a madman.
We're looking to take the care that have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises. At least I would have.
Well, you should know.
Well, that was a bit of a snide remark on our part. Beautiful river. Or is this just yet another stream? I actually can't see what's down there. Possibly water. Might be, you know what, in a different life. Could be that Cid takes Clive out here and they just go fishing in the river. And the world is a beautiful place. But as it stands right now... So we can just, like, do a ton of magic bursts. Ooh. Ooh. The combat in this is really satisfying. When you start chaining things together properly and actually execute on them in the right way, which I'll admit, I don't always do, but it's real satisfying.
Why take a stronghold they've no chance of holding?
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
The king?
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of His Majesty's cunning stunts, and he sent his best to execute it.
There they are! They'll fall like all the rest. Baby's dead.
Shoot! I do see that they have a spellcrafter. I do see that.
It's over.
We're gonna deal with them soon enough. How was that parry, though? To absolutely gain nothing, because, you know. Oh, you son of a gun. Again, like I said, satisfying.
You try.
Can we go over there? Kind of looked like we could, but I guess this is all a river, so we probably can't simply wander through it. That's okay.
Cairnorvins. Hard nut to crack, even when it isn't crawling with royalists.
I don't care who else is in there.
So that's just like right there. Again, I'm confused about the scale of this world. You've got this lore. It's a stone's throw away. How are we not just always at risk of these people coming to attack? I'm back in that little village. Oh, good. Yeah, they've got also like evil plants guarding them, I suppose.
Stay down.
I'm trying to get the timing down on that magic burst, so it's like sword, and then you kind of have to give it like a full beat before you hit the other one to really build up that combo for some reason. You can't just bounce back and forth between them. It doesn't quite work like that. So this is where that other icon of fire is being capped. We already know. We saw it in the cutscene. Spoiler alert, we know that he's in here, and he's having a bit of a rough go of things. Are we gonna go in through the sewers? That tends to be like a pretty decent tack to take.
Much as I enjoy battering down the front door, I hazard this endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Cid. We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts? If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are.
Like America!
But our world isn't ready for a place
God
like
bless!
that. So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
These guys are not good at their job. Those fellas are very visible down there.
So, tell me about this Benedicta.
The best and worst decision I ever made. Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda. Warden of the Wind.
Hey.
Hmm?
Again, that red star. They're always panning up to it. I've got to be honest with you. The theory I've got for that being a space station is 100% derived from Bionicle. Spoilers for the red star and Bionicle. That's all I'll say. Folks, I think that does it for us here today. I think we will continue on to the next location. I think it was good that we had a little pit stop back here to refresh our tools and loadouts and everything. It could be fun to take a trip back to the hideaway, but I don't feel like we need to. I think we're still pretty well equipped. So when we come back, we'll be going to Cairnorvins. Once used as a stronghold, the Holy Empire has since disgarrisoned this strategic position along the neutral crystal belt and now employs it in the training of Imperial Army recruits. So we'll see you for that one next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Goodbye!